The Pixel 10 isn't just another phone launch, it's a lineup full of surprises, from confusing battery results to AI features that could change how we use our phones forever. And the strangest part, some of these upgrades don't add up at all. Welcome back, viewers, James here. If you're enjoying this ride, make sure to hit like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe for more deep dives into the tech that shapes our everyday lives. Now, let's get into it. The Pixel 10 series is just days away from launch, and while leaks have spoiled some of the surprises, the real buzz right now is all about battery life. And if you've been burned by Pixels in the past, you know why. This matters. Remember the Pixel 6? On paper, it had a monster 5,000 mAh battery, but in reality, a lot of people couldn't even get through a full day without grabbing a charger. That was one of the reasons many jumped ship to Samsung's Ultras, or iPhones, but fast forward and Google has been slowly patching up its reputation. The Pixel 7 fixed modem issues, the Pixel 9 finally gave us a fast ultrasonic fingerprint reader, and now the Pixel 10 is where things get really interesting. For the first time ever, we're looking at a Tensor chip that's entirely Google's own, the Tensor G5, built by TSMC instead of Samsung. That single change could finally give Pixels the efficiency boost they've always needed. But here's where it gets weird. The EU's battery certifications just revealed exact capacities and projected runtimes, and the numbers don't always make sense. Take the standard Pixel 10. It's getting a nice bump to a 4,835 mAh battery, and yet the runtime only improves by 11 seconds. That's right, seconds, not minutes. Then you've got the Pixel 10 Pro with a 4,777 mAh cell, a smaller bump, but it somehow gains over 25 minutes of extra endurance. So far, so good. But then comes the Pro XL, the big boy with the biggest battery, minus 5,078 mAh. You'd expect it to crush endurance tests, right? Nope. According to filings, its runtime actually drops compared to last year's model. That's like buying a car with a bigger fuel tank only to find out it goes fewer miles per gallon. So what's happening here? Could it be early software that still needs tuning, or maybe the more power-hungry display offsetting that bigger battery? Either way, it's a mystery we won't solve until we test these in real life. And speaking of real life, those EU tests aren't just about numbers on a spec sheet. Each phone survived 1,000 charge cycles, retained most of its capacity, and even shrugged off 170 drop tests without battery damage. Combine that with IP68 water resistance and 7 full years of Android updates, and you've got one of the most durable and future-proof Android phones ever made. But let's be honest, Pixel phones have never been about brute specs alone. The real magic has always been in the software, especially Google's AI tricks. Think about it, Magic Eraser showed up on the Pixel 6, and only years later did Apple roll out a copycat in iOS. Or Hold for Me, where the assistant waits on hold for you, something Apple is still only experimenting with. With the Tensor G5 finally under Google's full control, expectations for Pixel 10's AI features are through the roof. We're talking about new tricks that could feel like science fiction one day, then completely normal the next. And there's more brewing outside of just batteries and AI. Wireless charging with magnets, for instance, could turn Pixels into the first true Android rival to MagSafe, Snap-on wallets, stands, power banks, all without clunky cases. Then there's Gemini Space, a rumored overhaul of At a Glance that could turn your lock screen into a live dashboard for your life, pulling info not just from Google's own apps, but Gmail, Maps, Docs, even sports scores and calendar events. It's like your phone finally knows what you need before you open it. So where does that leave us? On one hand, the Pixel 10 series doesn't look like a radical reinvention, but it feels like Google has finally found its footing. The Pro might quietly become the sweet spot of the lineup, while the Pro 40 raises big questions. And yet, with AI getting smarter, durability hitting new highs, wireless charging finally modernized, and 7 years of updates guaranteed, this could be the first Pixel series that truly keeps people locked into the ecosystem long-term. The countdown to August 20th is ticking, and the only real cliffhanger left is this. Will the Pixel 10 live up to the hype in our hands, or will those battery quirks come back to haunt it? Either way, it's shaping up to be one of the most fascinating launches of the year.